I am very proud of how these zerchers are looking. The improvement from just one day, or sorry, like a week of cues and stuff like that, just much improved. I want to highlight a couple of the things that you're doing right and then talk about what's going to let you get even better depth with hopefully no pain. So I already like your setup here. I can see that you're getting tight. You take a second to think it through, and the bar is currently resting a little bit lower than it was before. Originally you had it here, like you're almost trying to hoist it. So that already looks better. But as we keep going, you take a second to get yourself set up and you place yourself. So the first thing I want to point out, we did it, right? We did it, boys. You have your hip crease below parallel, and your back angle now is much closer to what I would expect of a zercher. So we have now this acute angle. We have an acute angle. Whereas if you remember correctly, when you were doing them last time, you were something closer to like that, right? Maybe that's a little exaggerated, but you're much closer. So as you can see, that allows you, that pushing your hips back and leaning your body forward a little bit, allows you to create space for your hips so that you can sink down. So the next cue that I'm going to give you so that this bottom position and potentially even a little bit more depth can feel better is I want you to think to push your knees out as you're going down. So right now, it doesn't look like you have your feet neutral, but it seems like you're kind of just levering at your knee. So like you're pushing your body down at your knee, right? And it's just going back like this. Hopefully that makes sense. What I want you to think instead is, as you are going down, let me draw a little guy, right? The torque on your knees should be going in this direction. Not super hard, but just enough that you push your knees out and your hip is gonna have more space for it to go down. So let me know if that makes it feel better. The second thing is gonna be, there's no rush, right? Like I know I'm giving you 20 rep squats, and I appreciate you in a few reps taking your time between sets, but there's a couple others where, like in that one, it seems like you just dropped right into it. Let's try to make sure that between every rep, you're making sure you go over those cues. You got